let's talk about actually leading the girl. How do we do this? When do we do this? When is the right time to lead? And where do we lead? I'm going to assume that we're already in the interaction and that we've already had some engaging conversation. Maybe there was a little bit of physicality. Maybe there was a little bit of flirtatiousness. Maybe a combination of both. But we're at least in a conversation with a girl and it's a couple minutes in and it's at somewhat of an engaging point. Ideally, we're already flirting too. The next thing that should be going on in your mind is how much time do I have right now with this girl? If I'm talking to her on the street during the daytime, how much time do I have with this girl right now? Is she about to get into an Uber? Is she walking somewhere? Is she running extremely late for work? Or is she casually strolling around the park because it's her day off? How much time do I have right now with this girl? If I'm at the nighttime venue and we're in a conversation, I'm thinking, how much time do I have right now with her? Okay, it's a slightly different scenario, but it's the same concept. I'm probably thinking like, are these her friends right here? If those aren't her friends, well, where are her friends? Because probably just a matter of time before her friends come in and try to fucking kidnap her, take her away and cock block me. Or is this just her one friend right here and that's it? And they're chilling at this venue for the night. Also, what time of the night is it, right? Because if it's like midnight and the venue's open till 3 a.m. and her girlfriend's right there, it kind of implies how much time I have, right? Or if she's out on a date with me and the date just started, I probably have a little bit of time. Okay. I need to know how much time I have with her or a rough estimate because that's going to dictate what I can do. So let's talk about a couple different scenarios. Let's go daytime first. Daytime, let's say she's either on campus, she's walking through the mall, or she's in a park. Those are like three most popular day game things. On campus, cool. Is she on her way to class right now? Because if she's literally on her way to class and class is starting in 3 minutes, I should probably have asked her, what are you up to right now? She's like, oh, I'm heading to class. Okay, good thing I asked because I'm probably going to have to walk with her at that point. Or if she's in a shopping mall and she's just casually strolling around, I'm like, oh, what are you up to right now? Nothing. It's my day off. I just want to come shopping. Cool. That means I have more time. She's at a venue and it's midnight and the venue's open till 2 or 3 o'clock. Cool. Probably have a lot of time. Okay. So, first thing when it comes to leading is how much time do I have right now? Okay. Simple. And you can blatantly just ask the girl. If you guys watch some of my infields, I'll literally ask the girl, what are you up to right now? By the way, step two, lead. Okay. Lead is step two. Those are pretty much the only steps. It's figure out how much time we have and then actually lead. All right. But the way that we lead is very important as well. We'll talk about a couple different ideas and how I would go about doing that. Daytime, easiest things that we could be leading to, moving the girl to go sit down somewhere, walking with her somewhere. Doesn't even need a destination. We could just be walking, like strolling around, enjoying the scenery, going to get coffee. Could be going to get an ice cream. Could be going to get a drink or sushi too. Okay. Like I actually encourage like going to grab a drink with the girl, even if it's daytime, if she's up for it. So any one of those things you could be leading to do during the daytime. And then nighttime, the things you would be leading to do is me personally, I would lead to the bar. I would lead to the dance floor, to the rooftop, to the outside smoking section. I would lead her to go meet my friends. I would lead her to go meet her friends. I would lead to the couch or the table section to go sit down. I would lead anywhere, dude. Like literally anywhere. Just lead. I'll even just move the girl over a couple feet because it's fucking maybe the speaker's right here and I can't hear her. I'll be like, hey, let's move over here. I can't hear you right here. I'll move her over. Okay. I'd rather just take that first step to moving her a little bit because leading the girl actually builds compliance and it builds comfort and trust. I'll touch more on that in a minute, but just understand that. So, those are different places that you could be moving the girl. Or if you're already on a date, I would also be thinking, I don't want to just sit down at a dinner table and sit directly across from her and just talk for 3 hours. I would rather there's movement to the date. I would lead her somewhere. We would go get sushi and then I would lead her to go to the ice cream shop or I would lead her for a walk in the park or I would lead her to another bar or a lounge where we could grab a drink. I would lead her somewhere. Okay. Or lead her back to my apartment. I need to lead though. How do we go about leading? The first thing is it's not a lot of pressure and it's not a lot of investment. It's small. It's not a big deal. Okay. The bigger the investment, the higher the amount of pressure, the more likely she is to not do that thing. Okay. So, what does that mean? Typically, if I just met her on the street, I'm not going to be like, hey, so do you want to take a 2 hour drive with me to Pennsylvania and we'll go shopping? Like, that's way too much investment. It's way too much pressure too soon. If I just met her, I'm going to do something nearby that's low pressure, low investment. Like, oh, let's go sit over there for 2 minutes. Or while we're in conversation, I'll be like, why don't we go sit down in the park for a little bit? It's really nice out. Or if she's already walking somewhere, I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll walk with you just for a couple blocks and then I got to get going. Walk with you for a couple blocks and then I got to get going. You see how that takes the pressure off? If I just start walking with her, I'd be like, this dude's creepy as hell. Like, I don't want to be with this clingy ass dude. Okay. So it's always little bit, little bit. Okay. I have a bunch of different infield clips of me leading girls on instant dates. Oftentimes, the instant date just starts with me going to sit nearby at a park bench or just walking with her for a couple blocks. That's how it starts. What you guys got to understand is the first like 30 seconds of the interaction buys you the next 2 minutes of the interaction, which buys you the next 5 minutes of the interaction, which buys you the next 15, which buys you the next 45. Meaning, the way you act in those first 5 seconds determines whether or not she wants to talk to you for another 30 seconds, determines whether or not she wants to talk to you for another 5 minutes, for another 15, for another 30. So, by me just leading to do something, it buys me more time. Also, you're not going to stay in the same spot and just have an amazing conversation for 3 hours. Every time you move the girl around, it's almost like the interaction resets. If you ever had like a 15 to 30-minute interaction with a girl in an environment and ultimately it fizzled out because you didn't lead, you didn't move the girl anywhere. You stayed in the same spot, talking, 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 and it will inevitably fizzle out. I promise you it will. Okay? That was the problem. Your interactions fizzled out. If it fizzled out in the first like 3 minutes, it's because you didn't talk engaging enough and you ran out of shit to say. If that's the case, go back, watch the previous couple videos in the series. But if your vibe is on point and you had a longer interaction and it just fizzled out, you didn't lead. And as a result, the vibe and the conversation went nowhere. Every time you move the girl somewhere, it resets. So imagine like we're in a position and there's like a timer, like a sand glass timer, sand just like slowly trickling out of the hourglass. And ultimately the vibe's gonna die. Every time I move to a new location, it's like I've reset the fucking timer. Keep that in mind, guys. Need to move the girl around. I would say like if you're in a nighttime environment, every like 15 to 20 minutes, you can move her around. And I try to do the first move like as early as possible. As soon as I see conversations hooked, girls engaged, I'm already thinking move her over to the bar or move her over to meet my friends or like let's go dance. That's already what I'm thinking early on. Day game environment, first 5 minutes. What are you up to right now, by the way? Move to the park bench, walk with her if she's got to go somewhere. Oh, I was thinking about grabbing a coffee. Lead to go get coffee. Okay. These are a couple different things that you could be doing early on in these interactions. And then you need to lead the girl to go do that thing. So let's talk about the way I would go about asking the girl to do that thing. The first thing you don't want to do is be super, super permission seeking, unsure if you're even okay with going to do the thing. You want to lead in a confident, fun, reassuring way. It's not a big deal. There's no pressure. There's no investment. Okay. Let's go do this real quick. That's like the mindset and the vibe. Yo, let's go do this thing real quick. It's going to be fucking epic. That's what it is. I meet the girl in the venue. We're having fun, blah, 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 blah. Back and forth conversation, this and that. At some point, I'll be like, come meet my friends. Or yo, let's go dance. Do you dance? Come here real quick. Or let's go grab a drink. Come with me. Or yo, it's so loud. Let's move over here real quick. It depends. Depends on how clingy she is to the friends. Depends on how much the friends are looking over, staring at us. Okay. If the friends are like really just grilling us, I'll engage the friends. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Yo, introduce me to your friends real quick. Hey, guys, this is Kyle. Hey, what's up? Kyle, nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. I may need to engage them for a little bit. Other times, not so much. Other times, the girl's really independent and the friends don't even give a fuck like, oh, Jessica's dancing with some guy. That part of it's gonna be a little calibrated. But if I see that it's cool, I'll probably just like separate and lead. The other thing I will do though is, again, it's low investment. So you don't want to make the friends or her get the impression that you're kidnapping her for the whole night, because that's when they come in and cock block. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And by the way, if you want to work with me personally to implement any of the techniques in this video to become more socially confident, get more women in your life, build a bigger social circle, and really just dominate life in any aspect socially, I can help you with that. I'm the guy for that. Okay. Been doing this for a long time. I've transformed myself going from a video game nerd loser to becoming one of the top guys in the industry with this stuff. Okay. So if you're interested in working with me personally, click the link below, click the link in the description, fill out the application, and we will be contacting you to discuss further details. Until next time, Coach Kyle signing out. Peace.